All right, viewers, the political saga of the state of Maharashtra continues, plunging the Mahavikas Aghadi into deep crisis. What we are getting to understand, it is an emotional appeal by Uddhav Thackeray versus the sheer strength of numbers. Number flexing by none else but Eknath Shinde, who now says he has over 50 MLAs in his fold. A mad scramble in Mumbai as Shiv Sena continues to bleed MLAs. Crucial Pawar Uddhav meet at Matoshree has just ended, and sources have told us viewers that the NCP, in not too many words, pretty much laid it clear for Uddhav Thackeray, saying that the writing is on the wall, you don't have the numbers, leave gracefully. NCP says that it is more or less becoming clear that majority of Shiv Sena MLAs are with Shinde. Sources also tell us that what went down behind closed doors suggests that NCP senior leaders, primarily Sharad Pawar, believes that dragging the matter further will only embarrass the alliance of the Mahavikas Aghadi. The situation of a floor test will deeply also embarrass the alliance. NCP leadership to suggest to Uddhav to accept the fact and move on with the reality gracefully. Tomorrow at 1 p.m, Shiv Sena has called for a meeting of its national executive, and something after that is bound to come out in terms of what would be the next move for Uddhav Thackeray, who viewers right now has clearly run out of options. Connecting immediately to my colleague Sahil Joshi, our Mumbai, Maharashtra in fact, Maharashtra Bureau Chief. He joins us live. Sahil, what went down in the meeting? The master strategist, Sharad Pawar, pretty much telling Uddhav Thackeray is what your sources are picking up, that a reality check, you don't have the numbers, time to accept reality and move on gracefully.
Well, right now he's just giving a reality check. Whether to go ahead with the resignation or not is going to be entirely Uddhav Thackeray's decision. One thing is very clear, that Pawar has decided not to abandon Uddhav Thackeray at this crucial time, because finally it was Sharad Pawar who had suggested Uddhav Thackeray that he should be taking the mantle and become the Chief Minister in 2019. So this is going to be a very tricky situation. More importantly, now the fight has, the fight will happen as per the assembly rules. The rules with respect to the Representation of Public Act, Public Representatives Act. Now the fight is happening inside the assembly, because the deputy speaker has accepted what Shiv Sena had claimed that Eknath Shinde is no more a legislative party leader, whereas Choudhry is the new leader of Shiv Sena's legislative party. The deputy speaker have accepted that. It doesn't look like that Eknath Shinde is going to accept that. Whether he is going to fight it to the court, because he wants to be the legislative party leader of Shiv Sena. He claims that majority people are with me. I am not attracting any kind of anti-defection law, but the actual party in the Shiv Sena in the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly is that of Eknath Shinde, is not of Uddhav Thackeray. So that is a separate fight which is going on. Now looking at the reality situation, what happened is that day before yesterday, when Sharad Pawar first spoke in Delhi, that time he was pretty confident that 15 to 20 MLAs who have gone with Eknath Shinde to Surat, maybe few of them will come back and Uddhav Thackeray will be in the comfortable position, because that time MVA had a bigger majority. But the way one after the other, the people who are here in Mumbai also started going to Surat, via Surat to Guwahati through a chartered flight. Sharad Pawar also somewhere realized that Uddhav Thackeray doesn't have the numbers. The MLAs who are there in Guwahati are not going to come back to Uddhav's fold even if they return to Mumbai. There is a possibility that couple of MLAs might come back, but doesn't mean that majority of the MLAs Uddhav Thackeray will be able to take them back, because lot of MLAs who were present in Mumbai were part of the meeting with Uddhav Thackeray yesterday and today, have also gone to Guwahati. So that is something, the reality check which he wants to give. Now comes to the fight with respect to the party symbol and how to save the party, and that is the reason why tomorrow this executive committee meeting has been called by a national executive meeting which has been called by Uddhav Thackeray at Shiv Sena Bhavan at this point of time. So now the strategy will have to be reorganized with the way the current numbers are. Sharad Pawar, a master strategist, he knows very well if you don't have the numbers, you can't save the government. But if you can't save the government, what else you can do to at least save the party Shiv Sena? Because he doesn't want Shiv Sena to die down or to go in the hands of Eknath Shinde and eventually in the hands of the BJP. So now the fight has also started with respect to that how to save the party. Also, the BJP has not yet opened the cards. We don't know whether the BJP themselves are going to form the government. Are they going to pump up Eknath Shinde and make a claim later that look, we have made a normal Shiv Sainik finally a chief minister, or they just want to take the whole Eknath Shinde lot in the BJP fold and make a larger BJP in Maharashtra. That is not yet clear. So till then, everybody wants to buy the time in MVA. The MVA government is going to go. That is very clear looking at the numbers. But the prolonged fight will give them an idea what is going to be the unfolding politics in next couple of months, because eventually they will have to fight the elections in next few months, specifically the BMC, where the actual test of what has happened today will come forward. Because if the actual Sena, the party, is still in hands of Uddhav Thackeray, and if Uddhav Thackeray manages to win the BMC elections, then all what happened today will go in win, because the party will still remain intact. Only the MLAs, the elected body of Shiv Sena, has gone with the BJP. So that doesn't solve the purpose for the BJP. So it is going to be a longer fight. Everybody is trying to prolong the fight to assess the situation right now, specifically from Shiv Sena and the NCP side. So this is turning interesting day by day. Not yet sure what the BJP has in mind. One thing was sure, that the BJP wanted to have such a big rebellion within Shiv Sena, which will shake up the party from beneath, and that's what definitely has happened. But what exactly is going to be the outcome of this, other than forming the government in Maharashtra, it's something going to be really interesting.
Well, Sahil, it's as interesting as it's exacting, not just for the politicians involved, I'm sure you and your team as well. But Sahil, I'm going to ask you one quick question. With the way things have been unfolding, the coup, if I may call it, has been so tightly knit and so well planned, watertight if you look at it. The way things unfolded today. Today news broke that it was 3 days ago that Shinde had actually filed for a no confidence motion, and then today you had two MLAs who followed suit and aligned to the BJP and asked for the removal of the deputy speaker. It's going as per script, it seems.
Well, that is the game which will be played between Shiv Sena and Shinde group.